U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance is at the center of a political storm over his latest remarks on mass migration, comments that he described as a warning about the theft of the American dream, but which have triggered a wave of fierce online backlash, with critics pointing to the Indian heritage of his wife, Usha Vance, and mockingly urging him to send your wife and kids back to India. And in this video, we break down exactly what Vance said, how social media reacted, why the remarks have reopened, long-standing debates on immigration and identity, and what this controversy signals for the political climate in the United States. The controversy began when J.D. Vance posted on X, formerly Twitter, asserting that mass migration represents a threat to job opportunities for American workers and declaring that mass migration is theft of the American dream, adding that think tank research and academic studies disputing this are funded by those who profit from the existing system. Comments that quickly amplified across political circles due to the intensity of his language and the sweeping nature of the accusation. Social media users responded almost immediately, with many calling Vance's remarks hypocritical in light of the fact that his wife, Usha Vance, is the daughter of Indian immigrants, and several users mockingly wrote that if Vance truly believed mass migration was a theft, he should start by sending his wife and children back to India. Rhetoric that was harsh, pointed, and reflective of the polarized tone surrounding immigration discourse in the United States today. One user wrote, "Okay, send your wife and kids back to India and we'll believe you mean it," before criticizing Vance and Donald Trump for being married to immigrants while appealing to a political base that harbors hostility toward migrants, while another user said, "That means you have to send Usha, her Indian family, and your biracial kids back to India. Let us know when you buy the plane tickets." And a third commenter simply asked, "Wait, isn't your wife Indian from an immigrant family?" highlighting how Vance's remarks immediately invited scrutiny of his personal life. Usha Vance, a lawyer who married J.D. Vance in 2014, is the first Asian American and first Hindu American second lady. And because she is the daughter of Indian immigrants, her identity has often surfaced in political discourse about Vance's policy positions, making this controversy particularly charged as critics argue that Vance's rhetoric conflicts with the lived reality of his own family. The backlash intensified further because Vance had already sparked criticism during a recent podcast with the New York Post, where he said it was totally reasonable to prioritize neighbors of the same race, language, or skin color. And he also stated that a future Trump administration would aim to remove as many undocumented migrants as possible. Statements that reactivated earlier debate around identity politics, belonging, and Vance's public comments about hoping his wife would adopt his Christian faith, remarks he later clarified by saying Usha had no plans to convert. Taken together, the comments on immigration, the backlash linked to his wife's background, and the renewed scrutiny of his past statements have created a moment of intense public debate about the relationship between political rhetoric and personal identity, with analysts noting that such controversies underscore the deep divides shaping American political discourse as the country continues to grapple with issues of migration, race, and demographic change. As the backlash continues to unfold across social platforms and political circles, J.D. Vance's remarks have once again placed the issue of immigration at the center of national attention, and we will keep tracking all developments and responses as they emerge. So do subscribe to our channel, The Indian Express, for more updates, in-depth reporting, and comprehensive coverage.